Good Friday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. Please excuse my voice. For whatever reason, I woke up and I sound like this. I have no idea why. I'm just going to assume it's allergies, but please forgive the way I sound in today's video. Now, I have several different cruise news stories for you today covering multiple subjects. I got protesters, I got fires on cruise ships, I got changes from Princess Cruise Lines. So let's get into today's cruise news. All right, now we're going to start off talking about Amsterdam. When cruise ships enter and depart Amsterdam, they have to go through a lock system. The cruise ship has to be raised and lowered to the water level when entering and departing into the port. And we've had some activists, some protesters who have recently decided to chain themselves to the lock and block cruise ships entering into the port. Now, Royal Caribbean's Jewel of the Seas, they couldn't even get in. They were forced to dock outside of the city. And Regent Seven Seas Mariner, they were delayed over 4 hours docking due to these protesters. Now, the police finally did have to come out, remove the demonstrators so the cruise ships could enter into the port. But that definitely doesn't mean we won't see them back there again. Now, the group called Extinction Rebellion, they're protesting, wanting cleaner marine grade fuel. This is all about in the environment, pollution problems caused by cruise ships, and they are demanding a cruise tax, a new tax on cruise ships for research into cleaner marine fuel, which I don't know. Cruise ships are already doing research into cleaner, less expensive fuel, hence why we have new cruise ships are, of course, coming out liquid natural gas powered. They're all LNG. But it's definitely not going to be an overnight process, and it is going to take years before they are running cleaner than some of the older cruise ships we have out there today. Next up, Princess Cruise Lines. They are making some changes to their Princess Premier add-on package. They're trying to make it a little more all-inclusive. Princess has 2 packages that you can purchase, Princess Plus and Princess Premier. Both of them come with different add-on amenities. And Princess Premier is their top tier package that you can currently get. And that is the one they've made some changes to. But of course, with any changes, does come a increase in price. Now, currently, Princess Premier is $80 per person per day. With these changes, it is going up to $90 per person per day, but it does come with a couple of upgrades. Now, first up, it is coming with unlimited beverage package. It already had the beverage package on there, but there is a daily limit on the number of drinks that you can get. And with Princess Premier, it takes that limit off. So it becomes unlimited beverages. It's going to be coming with unlimited specialty dining. So you could eat in a specialty dining for every meal available on board the ship. That would now be included with Princess Premier without costing you anything additional. And previously, you only got 2 specialty dinings. So kind of a big jump there from 2 to unlimited. On a 7-night cruise, you can now eat specialty dining every single night. And they're also updating the internet option to Medallion Net Max. Previously, it was Medallion 2.0, which gave you internet on up to 4 devices. And now it is going to be unlimited for those that have the Princess Premier package. So those are going to be the changes to Princess Premier. No changes to Princess Plus. And of course, the question, do you feel $90 per day for Princess Premier is worth all the benefits that you get? Not only do you get unlimited drinks, unlimited specialty dining, unlimited Wi-Fi, you still get the other benefits that already came with it. That's prepaid gratuities, unlimited fitness classes, premium desserts, unlimited photos, and free shipping of your medallion, just to name a few. So what do you guys think about the changes to Princess's Premier Plus? Next up, we had a fire on board a cruise ship over in South Korea. Did injure 3 crew members with non-life-threatening smoke inhalation. So the Chinese-owned Adora Mediterranea, which used to be the Costa Mediterranea, did catch fire down in one of the engine compartments. There was an issue with the air conditioning unit, and this happened just a couple of hours after they arrived in port. Now, luckily, the majority of the passengers had gotten off the ship. They were out enjoying their port day. There was still some passengers on board the ship. When the fire did occur, they evacuated everybody off of the cruise ship. Now, it was quickly extinguished. No guests were hurt or injured in the incident. And you guys can take a look at this picture. You can see smoke billowing from the side of the cruise ship, but the ship's safety systems kicked in. The automatic sprinklers came on. Firefighting teams went down, and it was quickly extinguished. It affected about a 50-meter area, they said, in one of the engine compartments, but did not damage any critical systems and was allowed to go ahead and depart on schedule, headed for Japan, where a full assessment of any damage is going to be conducted. And anytime there's a fire on a cruise ship, that is one of the most dangerous situations you can have on board a cruise ship. But crews are very well trained to handle these types of situations, which is how they extinguish it very, very quickly. And thankfully, it ended in no life-threatening injuries and no injuries to cruise passengers. And finally, we're going to talk about crimes on board cruise ships. Now, it's not something many of us want to think about while we are out on our cruise vacation. Of course, we need to be smart. We need to be vigilant. We need to be aware of our surroundings just to help prevent anything from happening, because crimes do happen on board cruise ships. But the recent report has come out and said here in the second quarter of 2024, the number of crimes occurring on board cruise ships has gone down. Now, any cruise line that sails from the United States has to report crimes that occur on board the cruise ship. It is a requirement under the Cruise Vessel Security and Safety Act, so they have to be reported. Now, the Department of Transportation said in the first quarter here of 2024, 47 crimes were committed on board cruise ships, and here in the second quarter, that number has dropped down to just 36. Now, before I break down which cruise lines have had the most amount of crimes, I kind of wonder, what do you guys think? Which cruise line do you think has more crimes committed on it than any of the others? Which cruise line is number one on the list? Now, if your answer is Carnival Cruise Lines, you would be correct. Carnival Cruise Lines accounts for 1/3 of the incidences that have happened, and they have had 12 reported cases. Now, this is 9 sexual assault crimes, 1 assault leading to serious bodily injury, 1 suspicious death, and 1 missing U.S. citizen. Royal Caribbean had 5 here in the second quarter. All of them were sexual assault related cases. Norwegian Cruise Line had 8. Disney Cruise Line had 3, Princess Cruise Line had 2, and Celebrity and MSC Cruise Lines each had 1. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw a chart up here right now, and this is going to show all of the crimes broken down by cruise line so far here in 2024. You have Carnival Cruise Line with 29, Royal Caribbean with 16, Norwegian with 11, Disney with 10, and MSC Cruise Lines with 5. Now, that's total here in 2024. And I don't give you this information in any way, shape, or form to scare you. Yes, you need to be vigilant of what's going on. Be cautious. Know your surroundings. If it doesn't feel right, don't go there. Don't go into strangers' cabins. A little bit of common sense can help go a long way. Now, these numbers may not include every single crime, because we all know there are some that are not reported. These are just the ones that are reported, and that's a total of 71 crimes committed on board cruise ships that were reported. However, if you kind of look at that number in perspective of cruising, it is estimated that 35.7 million people will cruise here in 2024. So 71 crimes out of over 35 million people honestly is a very, very low number, a very, very low percentage. Doesn't mean get careless, doesn't mean ignore what's going on around you, but I do believe it shows that for the most part, at least on board the cruise ship itself, because this does not count for anything that occurs in cruise ports. This is just on board cruise ships, that cruising is safe, and the chances of something negative crime-wise being committed is very, very small. But like I said, at the end of the day, always be cautious. And again, none of this was to scare you. This is simply to make people aware that these sort of things do happen. These sort of crimes do happen on board cruise ships. They're awesome vacations. They're affordable. They take you to exotic places. But just like any place else in the world, you do got to watch your back. All right, and that is going to be our video for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.